Hello everybody, this is the new 2021 Bronco full size. This is a Sasquatch package and the Area 51 color in the Wildtrak trim. So this trim gives you luxury and 4x4 capability. The 35-inch tires with these beadlock rim supports. They have a bash plate underneath it to protect your vehicle from hitting anything. This modular bumper allows you to add accessories like a brush guard or a license plate holder, or if you want to remove this for the most ground clearance on either side, it'll add an extra almost 2 inches to it. These things on the side here are limb risers that you can attach a wire to an overhead rack. So when you drive through the bush, the tree literally gets pushed out of your way instead of hitting your windscreen. These bumpers and these fringes and flares here are easily interchangeable. There's 2 turn screws inside of them to take them off and put them back on. Even the edge of the car can be removed in case you catch damage in the bush. It's easy for you to interact with it and upgrade it and change it. So if you have more of a Baja feel, you want more clearance and just look more aggressive, or you want to look like you're like a road warrior junker, you can take off the edges of the car. These doors are all completely removable all the way around the car except for the back door. There's a latch here for the electronics to close off, so you just pull the latch, unscrew these 2 bolts here, and the truck will let you lift it off completely and put you right into a bag. These windows roll down completely, and the roller buttons are on the inside of the interior, and that's with all 4 of the doors. But you still have a nice civilized seal that keeps the noise out as much as possible with any roof that you choose. This is a soft top. They have a modular hardtop that's available, but it's delayed right now till the middle of next year. And they just announced today there's a bimini top, which is a stretched screen that goes over the top of the car that's included as a choice now. If you come around to the back side here, you'll see we have our inlet for your gas right here. The gas lets you pump regular or premium versions of the fuel. The premium version of the fuel will give you the best horsepower and torque numbers. And if you notice the back of the fuel filler area, there's a little Easter egg right here that talks about the original Bronco models, the 3 different lineups are right here. So if you're able to see this, it's an amazing little Easter egg. In the back side right here, they put the security vault in here, so you can actually put your stuff in here and lock it away. With a soft top and an open environment, you want as much security as possible. This car is beautiful because it has 2 different recovery hook systems in the actual tow hitch and on the side there. And it's still civilized, so you have the backup cameras and sensors to keep you from hurting your rig. This is the Sasquatch 5th tire. It comes with a full-size rim with a reverse camera and the brake camera here too that'll be completely visible for the person behind you. It's the right size and done by the manufacturer. If you do it aftermarket style, your brake light may not clear the actual tire that you upgrade to. So it's important to do it right, and Ford does it right. If you notice, we have the blackout Bronco logo here. It's one of the few actual logos on the car. So it's a really nice thing. Continuing on, this is a Sasquatch package flare system that covers the tires. It's about 6 inches across, so it'll keep the rocks and the mud hitting the person behind you and keeping your truck in good shape, not scratched up and rock ridden. On the different packages for luxury, they have different flares. They're also still removable, but they're color matching usually. And what you have here is a very high width that you can easily change with just 2 turn knobs underneath it and change it out to the mood that you feel. So if you know you're gonna go rock crawling or you're gonna go across the sand really fast, or just down to the mall, you know, you have options so it can match your mood. All right, so you see this beautiful graphic on the long side here. This is a unique thing to the Wildtrak version. It's an accessory to it. The mirrors are all color matching, shiny mirrors. You have a Wildtrak graphic on top of the hood here too that's unique to the higher trims. So this will give you more of an aggressive stance. And when you see the front bumper here, you see all these bolts and fasteners on through here and the safety hooks to drag you out of trouble. These bolts that are showing here with the word Bronco printed on them are actually meant to interact with every accessory. So if you get a GoPro set up, you can actually tie it on to this and it's meant to stay on there. Or if you need to take this off to give you more ground clearance to get you up that crazy obstacle, these things can be removed, and you can also have these hard fastening points to be drug out of an obstacle or pull somebody else out. Most likely a Chevy or a Jeep. So the interior of the Bronco 21 is amazing. These seats are phenomenal. They're very durable. They're extremely comfortable. They also have your safety and comfort in mind. Some of the packages offer vinyl seats and vinyl and leather accented. This is the cloth version of it. This is a mid-level package for the Wildtrak with the amber roast interior. We also have great support all the way through the car. So when you get into it, you'll see that the seating position is actually very far back. So the column in the B pillar is actually covering your shoulder. The reason why that's that way is because if you're extreme off-roading, you don't want to fall out of your own car. Even with a seatbelt, it's just there to protect you, another sense that's there. You'll see when you start the car up, you have a great infotainment system here. It's on here, the 8-inch screen. The digital display here, it has a 6-inch screen with an analog cluster over here on the side. So you have all your warnings about your turbocharger and how much boost you're actually getting, the fuel economy, the engine oil, the coolant oil, systems, temperatures, and so on. It's just right there in front of you. Nothing's alien. So you'll be able to get into it and drive immediately and enjoy it. This version of the car, the Wildtrak, has the 8-inch touchscreen system here. You have grab handles all the way through the car to give you a more of a stable ride and a stable system to get in and out of it. Your passenger has 2 of them to drag themselves into it. It's very user-friendly for somebody that's not exactly mobile like myself, or a little older, or a short person. It's very friendly for me to get into it, so it doesn't keep me from buying this. This is one of my pet peeves with large vehicles, is having to drag myself in and out of the car and looking really obscene. I love this car because you have real space between you and the passenger next to you. So you have elbow room, your shoulders can get around, you have full range of motion to interact with the back seats, you have ample headroom. That's one of the better things about this. This is designed for a safari headroom. So you have maybe like 8 inches, 10 inches above your head. You have the ability as a driver to reach everything that you're going to interact with all the AC and coolant systems. Plus you can get into the glove compartment through here and help your passenger next to you. Ahead of us, we have these auxiliary switches. These are phenomenal. The car is completely pre-wired for all kinds of accessories. So they have wires terminated to the most common spots for headlights and also bush lights all the way through the car front and back that you can tie into these accessories. The reason why that's important is because if you go to Pep Boys and buy this, you have an ugly sticker on your windshield with a button dedicated to that. This is factory. That means it looks way cleaner, it'll last a lot longer, and it won't tell your friends you didn't spend the most money. All right, so these buttons on top are what we term as hero buttons. They have standard features for 4x assists. This one has the tight turning radius turn. If you push this on, it'll let you actually lock one of the rear wheels and make an extremely tight turn with a low radius. So if you're getting around a really tight corner and you know that you can't make that turn because you can't see it, it'll actually make you like a tank. You can lock your tread and turn on an axis and get into that spot. It looks really cool for everybody else around you because they can't do it. So when you push that button, it makes it happen. These other 2 buttons are front and rear locking differentials. So they make the wheels turn in sequence at the same time, so you get the maximum amount of power to get you up that hill that you have the traction on the back or the front wheels. It lets you just make it as simple as possible. On the higher trims, we have a locking stay bar. The stay bar lets you drop your tires around an obstacle to give you the most traction, so your axles are making this motion instead of just stuck like this all the time. It sounds weird, but when you're in the middle of nowhere, you're not sure if you're gonna make it up that trail and you're by yourself, you know, AAA can't help you. The Bronco will do it for you. The higher trims will give you the better options to save yourself. Okay, next we're talking about the GOAT system, or the GOAT modes. This goes over all terrains. So you can get over almost anything that's obstacle-wise, water, sand, or rocks, or whatever. But you have to take into account, there's a lot of things to help you. First off, we're in 2 high, which is the normal driving mode. That's the rear-wheel drive. If you want it to be where it's gonna just make the choices for you, 4A or 4 automatic is it selects the right mode by itself. If you want a little more adventure, you're gonna go 4 high. 4 high is extremely fast speeds through sand and loose materials. So if you have a wide open desert, the beach or whatever, and you want to have fun, it'll get you out of that. 4 low is rock crawling. So if you moved it into there by pushing the button, it'll light it up and it'll put you into the right mode. So it'll tell you if you're going to go into sand or whatever, or low rock speeds, it'll be in the right mode. And once you're in neutral, it'll let you select those modes. and you'll be put into the right gear automatically through it. So it won't let you do 85 miles an hour in 4 low. That's meant to be a slow speed crawl. If you're going to do the opposite, where you're going to go through loose materials and you want to drive really fast, you know, it'll do the change for it. So those are your friends. This is worth learning the manual. The manual is also in the stereo system itself, so it'll train you on every aspect of it. And they have these beautiful welcome greeting package from your Ford dealership. When you buy the car, it comes with training videos on every aspect of the car. It's our orientation package. So it'll tell you how to adjust your stereo, or if you're stuck in a rut in the mud and you're up to your wheels in water or mud, it'll tell you to put in the right gear with the right locking differential compensation for it. So it'll get you out of a lot of problems. An individual part of the GOAT mode system is one pedal driving. One pedal driving is a feature where it lets you use only one pedal to drive. It's more than that. The idea is if you're going through a slow speed system in the older dumb 4x4 vehicle, you would smash your brakes and power past the brakes to get over the obstacle without exceeding your skill. So you'd have the person with the right skill doing that. With the GOAT modes and the one pedal drive, it'll let you set a cruise control speed from 0.5 to 1.5 to 2.0 miles per hour. You'll never exceed that, and you just let go of the gas and the brakes completely, and the car will maintain traction, the right mode settings, the right locking differentials. You just sit there and steer. And when you're in that mode, your screen, according to the tier in the package that you're in, will show you underneath cameras that'll show you all the obstacles and ruts and the deep water, or that big mean bar sticking out from underneath the car waiting to hurt you. You can avoid it, or you just mitigate it. So if you have to back up, you can back up, and the car will never let you get out of control. So if you're cresting over a hill with the one pedal drive, the second you're like, oh no, I can't see what I'm doing, you let off the gas, the car will stay there until you want to proceed. Okay, next on here we have some dealer installed accessories. These are at your dealership, and these are worth their weight in gold. This is the in-console safe, so you can store things like important documents, some kind of work order, cash, checks, or whatever, while you're in this great 4x4 vehicle. It gives you a way to feel secure. There's a turnkey locking system here, so your secret code will be accessible to get into it. It has a handle here to pull it open or closed, and it closes away, and it's all hidden away, so no one knows what you have. Okay, this is the back end of the Bronco Wildtrak. What we have here is an optional in-bed locking drawer. So you can put all your, like say, camera equipment, something important that you want to keep secure, because it is an open vehicle. You have all kinds of storage through here. It is lockable with the key, so it makes you feel a lot better about your trip out to the middle of nowhere. On the back side here, we have a tray here and table that's meant to be interacted with and enjoy your day. So if you're going to prepare something like you're dressing game, or you're just making some tacos, on the back right here, so you have a nice stable surface, and it folds up into a nice neat area. You can put a stove here and cook off of it too, and it has these drop points through it too, so it'll be easy to clean. It has a maximum weight of about 6 pounds. So you can live your lifestyle still with you as you go along. And if you notice here, we also have the top in the back, the soft top, tilted up so I can interact with what's in the back. It's very easy to do. There's just 2 latches and a kickstand, so you can actually reach into your vehicle and get everything you need out of it too. And if you noticed also too, when we fold this thing down, you actually get more of a flat surface to work with inside of the car too. So if you had to sleep in here, it's an option. Okay, so under the hood of this Wildtrak Bronco, we have the 2.7 liter V6 with a twin turbocharged EcoBoost engine. So this is paired to a 10-speed transmission, and its gear ratio is 4.7 for the Sasquatch package. Larger tires, it's more efficient on the trails, but you can still drive it on the road and enjoy and be pleasantly surprised with economics on it too. If you look into the engine bay here too, we have a giant turbocharger which supplements your power and gives you great performance also too. So when you're not smashing it, it's sipping fuel. And that's a really impressive thing for this type of vehicle. So you have longer legs to get what you got to go to, and you won't be ashamed because of the sound. It sounds beautiful. Okay guys, this is the 2021 Bronco Wildtrak 4-door edition. This is a beautiful vehicle. This is the right one for you. So if you need help with this vehicle, I need you to call me at South Bay Ford. My name is Don Garner. And my email is dgarner@southbayford for any questions or any inquiries at all. And we want you to be happy with us. We're a family-owned business. We've been here forever. We take great care of our customers. So thank you very much.